Hey Winnicott.
Welcome back to WHTV.
Ella, are you going to the game this Saturday?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be such a good game. The varsity football team has advanced to the state championship game this Saturday at 1 p.m. at Exeter High School against Londonderry. Winnicott beat Exeter 21-14 last Saturday, continuing their undefeated season. Make sure to go to the game and support the team.
I wonder what I'm going to wear to the game.
Me too. I have so much apparel with our old Warrior mascot on it. It's too bad our logo changed.
True. Well, Evie just did a story on the logo change. Let's roll it.
The warrior head, feathers with beads, and spears have been a part of Winnicott's identity for decades. But recently, those logos have been removed from all school clothing, sports uniforms, and gym floor. I interviewed Mr. Gushy, Mr. O'Brien, and Principal McGowan about this change. Let's hear what they have to say.
So I think Winnicott has kind of followed also a national trend. You see the Washington football team change their name. You're seeing a lot of schools and colleges and pro sports teams change their name, and I think Winnicott is doing the right thing by following that trend.
I don't know how relevant my personal opinion is about the mascot, but I can tell you in the 25 plus years that I've worked here that I have seen an evolution of the mascot. If you were to go back and look at our yearbooks, you'll see where a much heavier usage of Native American imageries like teepees and smoke signals. But when I first started working here, we had a commissioner of spirit who during pep rallies used to dress up in Native American garb, like a buckskin outfit, and carry a tomahawk around. And in fact, I believe that competition amongst classes meant that you won a tomahawk. We've sold fake foam tomahawks and feathers and lots of Native American stuff, which I'm not sure shows a lot of sensitivity, but more so it doesn't show a lot of connection to the people that were here.
For the last few years since I've been here, we still had the Indian head logo, but we also came up with some additional new logos and didn't use it. Where it came to the point a year and a half ago that through a student survey, some former students, that the question arose, and clearly in my mind and talking to people, that it was the right thing to do as far as stop using the Indian head as a logo. At the same time, we did not want to discontinue the use of the Warriors because we still feel that we are Warriors. So the plan moving forward is to celebrate the history of Warriors and document where the Warriors came from. Winnicott means beautiful place in the pines, so how can we celebrate that?
Let's hear what the students have to say.
I think that our new mascot should be a dinosaur.
I think that it should stay as a warrior. That's it.
I think the new mascot should be a photo of LeBron Miller's face. Look at that. That's a nice mascot. Middle of the gym. Beautiful.
The trimester has gone by so fast. Thanksgiving is next week and finals are the week after.
Oh, speaking of Thanksgiving, did you hear about the baskets that the school has been putting together? Each department from the school has taken on the responsibility for certain items for the Thanksgiving baskets being given out this year. The baskets have all of the things you would need for a Thanksgiving dinner and will be given to families in the Winnicott community who need a little help. Some of the food items are potatoes, stuffing, gravy mix, and bread. Baskets will be distributed out of the back of the kitchen on Monday, November 22nd from 2:30 to 6:30. Social worker Tally Westerberg is in charge of this organizing process, and it's been going on more than 25 years, though there were only 4 baskets in 2001, and we now have a goal of 50.
I love Thanksgiving, the food, being with family and friends, and of course not having school.
Me too. I feel like some people don't really know the story of Thanksgiving, so it's a good thing we just did a story on it. As Thanksgiving comes around the corner and everyone starts to prepare, we wanted to put some students up to the real test and see if they knew some key facts about the holiday.
How long?
6 minutes.
2 days. 6 hours. 3 hours.
3 days.
The first Thanksgiving lasted 3 days and is a national holiday in the US and Canada that celebrates the harvest and other blessings of the past year. Today, our typical Thanksgiving is modeled on a 1621 harvest feast shared by the English colonists of Plymouth.
1,000.
20 miles per hour.
20 miles an hour.
Approximately like 80 miles per hour.
14 knots. About 43 miles per hour.
31.27 miles an hour.
In 1620, the Pilgrims sailed on the Mayflower from Plymouth, England to the New World. The Mayflower relied on wind to help with speed and averaged 2 miles per hour across the Atlantic Ocean. It took about 66 days for the Mayflower to reach their final destination.
Macy's.
I agree.
Macy's. That's a good answer.
Walmart.
The annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City, the world's largest parade, started in 1924. The 3-hour parade is held in Manhattan, ending outside Macy's Herald Square, and takes place from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The balloons were introduced in 1928, replacing live zoo animals. Employees at Macy's department stores have the option of marching in the parade.
Rest. Day of rest.
The day of rest. Is that right? The day of rest. Isn't that like Christmas Eve? Thanksgiving Eve. Post-Thanksgiving.
Black Friday refers to the day after the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. The term Black Friday was first used in the 1950s. Philadelphia police used the Black Friday term to refer to the day between Thanksgiving and the Army-Navy game. Huge crowds of shoppers and tourists went to the city that Friday, and cops had to work long hours to cover the crowds and traffic. It's good to know these facts before the holiday comes around. Maybe you can even quiz your family. Have a safe Thanksgiving break. For WHTV, this is Ella and Riley. I'm a little nervous for finals, even though my classes aren't too hard.
Yeah, I wish we had some animals come in to distress us for that week.
That would be so fun. Maybe some dogs and cats from the NHSPCA.
Funny you say that. Haley just did a story on the big remodel recently completed at the SPCA in Stratham.
Let's roll it.
The New Hampshire Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, more commonly known as the NHSPCA, has been experiencing some major changes over the past year. Since late 2020, construction has been taking place and the building is finally being renovated after 150 years. Within the past few months, a lot of progress has been made with updating and expanding the buildings and grounds. This was to build a place that fit the animals' needs as well as the needs of the community itself. As the plans were put into action, animals were unfazed by all the construction happening around them as the SPCA continued to take in and house them. While people could not enter the building during this time, there were still other ways to adopt, which did include meet and greets in the training room, emails back and forth, and video meetings. In late October, the construction supervisor, Greg, said that construction was going to wrap up quite soon.
So we're working to finish the job by the end of October. So right around Halloween or so should be the last day for us here.
He also talked briefly about some of the final stages of the construction portion and what it would mean for the construction crew.
So the next part of the job is finishing up above ceiling inspections, and that's anything that goes on above the ceiling has to be done so we can finish the ceiling, put the ceiling together.
The Director of Programs and Administration, Brianne Wood, talked a little bit more about the reasons for the construction.
So in 2014, we actually started our visioning process here and trying to decide what were the needs going to be of the New Hampshire SPCA, what were the needs of our community, what were the needs of our animals. But we ended up coming up with a really comprehensive plan for expansion, for enhancement, and for our endowment to support the agency and to support the community.
She also announced the official ribbon-cutting date for the reopening of the NHSPCA because the construction has finally come to an end.
We are very excited to say that we are looking to have our official ribbon cutting December 4th. One of the reasons that we picked that date is it's actually going to be the kickoff to our 150th celebration. We are one of the oldest organizations here in the entire state and actually one of the 10 oldest organizations in the entire nation.
If you're interested in helping raise money for more projects like this, there are many fundraisers that you can participate in. There's the Paws Walk, Paddle for the Pups, Animal Auction, Doggy Paddle Plunge, and more. If you would like some more information on the upcoming events, visit the NHSPCA website at nhspca.org. For WHTV, this is Haley Lewis.
Well, I think that's all we have for you today, Winnacunnet.
Have a safe Thanksgiving break next week and make sure to go to the football game Saturday.
Bye!